Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video. And October 2023 is one of the big months with the big releases and one of the final big releases. One of the most anticipated albums of 2023 is obviously this one. 1989 by Taylor Swift. And it's Taylor's version because this is the so-called version, the not stolen version, which it's often being called online Taylor's version, with more songs than on the original. Now, what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna review this album. Also gonna show you the album, but I'm going to compare it to this one, the original. Now, first of all, what I have here is the Aquamarine Green version of this album. It comes in a beautiful gatefold with very nice artwork. I'll show you the inside of it. A lot of good photos, and this is clearly a release she has been taken care of. You can see that in the nice inner sleeves with a foreword. The artwork here, the Aquamarine Green. And I was looking at the mastering of this. This is mastered by Ryan K. Smith, and he's one of the best mastering engineers for vinyl in the world. He does a lot of audiophile sound. So you really need a good mastering engineer because there are about 21 songs on 2 discs. And my first thought and my first issue was, is it gonna sound good? But with Ryan K. Smith on mastering, this is, it's quite extraordinarily how good this sounds comparing to how many songs there are on here. But now, having shown you the cover, the way it's designed, and having talked about the sound quality, we have to dive into what is this album like. Now, when you put it on, you just can't get over the fact that this is in my mind all the time. Why? Because, 1989 is one of the best pop albums ever. Looking at pop, danceable pop, you have albums like Thriller from Michael Jackson, Live in Cartoon Motion by Mika, which are way up in the league, but I think 1989 it's even better than Thriller. So many incredible pop songs. So when you do your own reimagining of that, the audience has that in mind. And listening to Welcome to New York, the first thing I notice is musically, it is quite the same. The samples, the sound of the instruments, the production, it is quite the same as the original, which is, in my opinion, a very wise choice because a lot of the strength not only comes from the great songwriting and the great melodies, the catchy lyrics, and the way the songs evolve and the way her song her voice delivers them. The sound and production of it is also timeless. So going with, for a lot of the songs, the same kind of sound, not all the songs, but a lot of the songs is a wise choice. But I also noticed something else on Welcome to New York. Taylor's voice is different. She is not as fully convinced. The original has this sense of freedom, stepping into New York and having the idea that everything is possible, and that blind hope lacks here. She doesn't have it. That blind enthusiasm, that's not in here. She sings it very good. But you hear it also in there are less moments in which vocally she just throws it all out in the high, that's less present here. Then you got a blank space, same kind of situation. The production is pretty much the same. Her voice is not as energetic as on the original. But when you listen carefully, she does sing it with a different kind of romance towards it. She really sings it clean and tight, and that does do something with the song. Overall, when I'm comparing it to the original, I'd go for the original blank space. She doesn't seem to lose herself in this song. And there's also more. When she has the line, "I've got a long list of ex-lovers who tell me I'm insane." On the original, it sounds like she is convinced that she might even be insane. You know, she's closer to her 16-year-old self who is in doubt. Who am I? And am I perhaps a bit odd? She's not convinced of that at all here. Now, that does change the attitude of the song. What are we listening to? And it's not a bad version, but the intensity, it changes the story. Then we go to Style, for example. Style, there's a heavier bass there. There's a little less guitar present, and that changes the song. I do really enjoy her nostalgia. It's like and that's overall in the entire album. There's a sense of nostalgia towards the relationship with Harry Styles, and you notice that in the Vault songs as well. And I think that's a fun addition there. Do think that the original is a bit more outspoken. Out of the Woods sounds different approach, and I prefer this version. Again, not the energy of the original, but you do notice, and throughout the entire album, Taylor Swift's vocal technique has increased. Her voice is very lean. The way her voice changes from between notes and intensity, she does it so incredibly smooth. You can hear that the last 9 years she has been really improving as a technical vocalist. And to be quite frank, this is an incredible level of nuance she is reaching. Now, on Stay, I miss the old song. It just has more balls. I prefer that. Shake It Off, one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs. I might even go as far as to say I think this one is better. The nuance, the way she's singing it, it might even be better. And that's in the entirety of the album. There are moments when this one is better. There are moments when the old one is better. The last two songs of the way this album was made. So you have I Know Places and Clean. Both are better on this one. I think she has much more strength, and she really knows to keep the attention for this album longer on this one. But we get it. Then we go into the deluxe songs with, for example, The New Romantics, which is a very, very good song. But then the Vault songs, and these Vault songs are all good songs. Seriously, they're good songs. They talk about, I believe, the relationship with Harry Styles a lot. They are good songs, but for the listening experience, those songs are for the fans. And you know, I really enjoy Taylor Swift, but these are more for the die-hard fans, because after a while, you know, after 15 or 16 songs, I think it's tough to keep my mind focused. And putting on a record, I listen for the full experience. And those 5 songs of the Vault, yeah, it are 5 songs. I mean, yeah, it are good songs. Is It Over Now might be even the best of those songs. But on a whole, for a listening experience, I might choose this one. So, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.